Smell that? That is the smell of the haters coming to the comments section of this video like bloodhounds to get mad at me. I know you're going to be there. I see y'all a mile away. Anytime I post a video about a Leica camera, people just get mad at me for some reason. But I'm not making this video to brag or anything like this. I'm not making this video to say that this camera is better than any other camera brand. I'm not even making this video to say that you should get one of these. It's pretty preposterous, but I am a fan of Leica cameras. I don't buy a lot of cameras. I buy usually one a year, and my plan this year was to buy a Leica M10 at the end of the year, and then this thing came out and I just had to get it. So today we are talking about a very rare, awesome collaboration between Leica cameras and the watch website Hodinkee. So some backstory. A few years ago in 2019, Hodinkee and Leica released the M10 Ghost, which was a collaborative camera, essentially taking the Leica M10 silhouette and putting it into this really cool white and gray colorway. Well, this year, Leica has brought back that colorway with Hodinkee and released this, the Leica Q2 Ghost. Now, this particular Leica Q2 Ghost is very special because it's part of the Leica and Hodinkee collaborative set. So there are only 150 of these sets in the entire world, and I managed to be in a position where I had that money set aside for that M10, and this thing came out and I was able to capitalize on this very limited release. So mine is numbered 131 out of 150. Now, if you want to see the quick little unboxing video for this camera, I'll show it on the screen, but I posted it as a YouTube short. If you haven't noticed, I've been posting a lot of YouTube shorts. I really enjoy them. I like that short form content. It's a lot of fun for me, so make sure you subscribe and check those out because I post them a lot more frequently than these long form videos. But along with the number engraving down here, you have Ghost Set by Hodinkee engraved up here, and it's a very subtle engraving. It's not like in your face, it doesn't take away from the camera, but it's there, and that was something that I was very excited about with this Q2. Now, if you followed the channel for a long time, you know I am a lover of the Leica Q1. I have a Leica QP. This camera basically was my dream camera at the time when I first got it, and it's a camera that I've continued to use since. And unfortunately, like a month or two ago, I lost the charger to the battery, and Leica doesn't make those anymore, so I got to buy a new one. So I haven't used it in about 2 months, but it's still probably my favorite camera that I've ever owned of all time, and it just looks sick. I mean, check that out. So this camera is equally as awesome looking, but I think they kind of pair nicely with each other. They're like a contrast to one another. This is a little more low profile. This is very loud and in your face. But after that unboxing, I didn't go through what else was in this box. I haven't opened it, and I wanted to do it with y'all in a more long form video. Inside the box with the camera, there was this strap right here. Now, I'm not 100% sure the back history on this strap. It's a really nice paracord. I believe this is the same company that makes the leather Leica straps. I think they did a collaboration with them, and those are extremely expensive straps. When I was at the Leica store in New York, I was gonna buy a wrist strap until they told me the price. I believe it was like $300 or $350, but they were awesome. They're very well made, and this looks equally as well made. I'm really excited to use this. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on this camera necessarily. I might put it on a different camera just because I'm not a huge fan of really long neck straps. I prefer something shorter if it's on my neck, or a wrist strap, but we'll see. But inside the box is volume 10 of Hodinkee, and when you open this thing up and go through it, you can tell why Leica is willing to collaborate with them. Their attention to detail, the quality of the photos, the printing, just everything about this brand and this website is so in line with Leica. You know, their attention to detail, their attention to quality, it's spot on. So this collaboration makes a lot of sense, especially when you see Hodinkee's website and you see a book like this. So this is going to look really cool on a coffee table or on my bookshelf. Now, let's see what else came inside this box. So we saw the gray box that I opened in that unboxing, but we have this over here as well. Now, the packaging on this was really cool. If you've owned a Leica camera before, it's pretty standard to how Leica cameras come, but we can open this up right here, and that was where the first box was. We'll go ahead and just pop that back in there like that. Now we can open up this bottom. How do we do this? Open up the bottom right here, and we have these like cool little drawers. So let me make sure y'all can see this. You can slide open these drawers right here. This is all the paperwork, I believe. Yep, there we go. So that's the manuals for the Leica Q. I'm not even going to bother opening that. And down here, so I'm going to go ahead and get this off here. This right here contains all the other Leica accessories. Now, this is what makes this set special with Hodinkee. Not all the cameras have this. So let's go ahead and go through this. First right here, the cables for the charger. Nothing really special going on there. This next one, let's see, is a ring to put around the front of the camera I guess if you don't want to use the square lens hood. So you can take this off, you can untwist this right here. Yeah, that's what this is for. And then you can twist on this circle right here to make it just be like a standard lens camera, which that does look pretty cool. Definitely like the way that looks. The lens cap still fits. That's one really cool thing about these Leica Qs is the lens caps are designed to fit onto the square hood as well as the circle one, depending on what you choose. Next, I'm not even going to open this. This I can tell is the battery charger. This uses the same batteries as my Leica SL2, so I knew it was going to be convenient for me to have this camera because I already had spare batteries. Next is a Leica battery right here. This battery typically costs around $275. Now I got another one that I can use with my SL2 or with this camera. So now I have 3 of these batteries, which is really nice. So inside this one, I think I know what this is. This is a thumb stud, so it's a silver thumb grip for the Q2. I've never been like someone who cares about the thumb grip. I've never felt like I needed one with these cameras, but it is nice to have that on there so your thumb can sit comfortably. This is a really cool accessory that just plugs right into the hot shoe. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this necessarily. We'll see, but for now, all right, it's like stuck in there, feels like. Actually, now there we go. So we'll see if I actually use that. I don't know if it's necessary for me. Like I said, I've never had a real problem with it. Now the last thing in this box feels like, I don't know what this is. Some type of like tag thing. I guess this might be some type of tool. I'm not really sure what that is. So if you know, let me know in the comments. I'm not really sure how to use that. I'm gonna have to look that up. So last but not least is 2 washers that are made out of leather. These just go over the holes where you would plug your camera strap onto, and the reason is so the metal on the brackets for the camera strap don't rub against your camera. This creates like a buffer so you don't damage the camera. But that is everything inside the box that makes this the special collaborative set with Hodinkee. Now I briefly want to talk about why these are cameras that I'm okay with buying, why I'm willing to spend the money on these cameras. But before I do that, I want to thank the sponsor on today's video, Cuts. Now Cuts is a brand that is in line with everything I love about Leica, everything I love about Hodinkee, everything I love about watches, and its attention to detail and quality. Cuts is dedicated to the sport of business and bringing quality materials and quality fits to everyday menswear. But Cuts products are designed to go from that business setting to your personal life seamlessly. And versatility is one of the things that I love about Cuts. The same outfit that you wear to your office is an outfit that you can wear to a night out with friends. Or if you're someone like me creating YouTube or internet content, the same t-shirt that you wear in a video or an Instagram post is a shirt that you can wear to the gym. And the best part is you always look confident and you always feel your best when you're wearing Cuts. That is why I'm dedicated to this brand. That's why they're a sponsor on this channel, and that's why I'm wearing one of their shirts right now. I figured this Sherpa half zip was absolutely perfect to go with this ghost colorway. That was cheesy, I know, but Cuts is one of my favorite brands. I wear them every single day in these YouTube videos, on my social media, and in my personal life. Cuts has something for everyone, and they're constantly adding things to their lineup like accessories as well as a women's line. So check out Cuts. Go to the link in the description down below. You can save yourself 15% on that first order. And also right now, Cuts is having their Black Friday sale. So if you've been on the fence about trying them out, this is a prime opportunity because their entire site is on sale. So thank you, Cuts, for sponsoring today's video. Now let's talk about this camera and why I was willing to buy it. Now, there is one reason why I don't buy a ton of lenses and a ton of cameras throughout the year, and it's because I like to buy things that hold their value and make sense for me. I like to be strategic about what I'm purchasing. You know, a lot of YouTubers, And this is not a shot at them. I understand that people have to make videos. It's a way they make money. I totally understand. A lot of YouTubers buy every camera that comes out, every lens that comes out, and they review it. And I've chose over the years to not do that because it doesn't make sense to me. I typically only use like a 35mm or a 24-70, or like I said, use this Leica Q for a lot of the things that I produce. I don't need a lot of gear to make the types of photography that I want to make. So I'm strategic about making sure I purchase things that I'll be able to use for a long time, and I won't have to sell them. And when I do sell them, I want to make sure that it's something that I can get my money back from. You see, a few years ago, I bought a Fujifilm X-H1, I think was what the camera was called. And after a few years of using it, I was ready to get rid of it. And when I went to sell it, it was like worth absolutely nothing. I could barely sell it, and I felt like I lost a lot of money. And that's when I decided to go into the Leica lineup and start investing my money into something that held its value more. And that's what's interesting about Leica cameras. Unlike other cameras that are contingent on technology and being the best technology, Leica is focused on the brand and design with new technology incorporated into it. These cameras can stand up with any camera that's on the market, but because of the story behind the brand and the story behind a collaboration like this camera is going to hold its value better than any camera that I could have bought this year. So if I want to sell this in a year or 2 years, yeah, I might lose $1,000, maybe $1,500, but I'm not losing 75% of the money that I put into this like other cameras. And that's why I'm so willing to invest in this. And also, I'm someone who does this professionally, and I use my cameras. And I thought it would be cool to have something rare, unique, and interesting to use as a daily driver camera. Now, I know a lot of people who purchase this are going to just set it in a safe and let it be a collectible item, but for me, I think the most fun collectible items are ones that have meaning attached to it. So it's cool to have this really rare camera that I'm going to be able to use a lot on this channel, and also know if I ever need to sell it, I'll be able to get some money out of it. That's the video. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.